Hello and welcome to this
All of his
video.
co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Yeah,
When Stanley came to a set of two open doors, he entered the door on his left.
you should go on left. Yeah, because like, welcome to episode 3 of Stanley Parable.
Yet there was not a single person here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office.
Oh, dude.
He might find an answer there. Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to
I'm
his
not-
boss's office.
That is red light.
But Stanley just couldn't do it. He considered the possibility of facing his boss, admitting he had left his post during work hours. He might be fired for that. And in such a competitive economy, why
Yeah.
risk? All because he believed everyone had vanished. His boss would think he was crazy. And then something occurred to Stanley. Maybe, he thought to himself, maybe I am crazy. All of
What?
the co-workers blinking mysteriously out of existence
I'm on.
for no reason at all. None of it made any logical sense.
Great. So this
Stanley
is.
pondered this. He began to make other strange
Oh my
observations.
goodness.
For example,
No,
why
no.
couldn't he see his feet when he walked down? Why did doors close automatically behind him wherever he moved? And for that matter, these rooms were starting to look pretty familiar. Were they simply repeating?
They probably are.
Stanley said to
Probably are
himself,
repeating.
This is all too strange. This can't be real. And at last, he came to the conclusion that had been on the tip of his tongue. He just hadn't found the words for it. I'm dreaming! He yelled. This is all a dream. Oh, what a relief Stanley felt to have finally found an answer, an explanation.
And that's an
His
explanation,
co-workers
whatever.
were actually wrong.
Oh,
He
great.
wasn't
That.
going to lose his job. He wasn't crazy after all. He thought to himself, I suppose I'll wake up soon. I'll have to go back to my boring real-life job pushing buttons. I may as well enjoy this while I'm still lucid. So, he imagined himself flying and began to gently float above the ground.
What? What?
Then he imagined himself soaring through space on a magical star field, and it too appeared. It was so much fun, and Stanley marveled that he had still
Great.
How was he remaining so lucid? And then perhaps the strangest question of them all entered Stanley's head. One he was amazed he hadn't asked himself sooner. Why is there a voice in my head dictating everything that I'm doing and thinking? Now the voice was describing itself being considered by Stanley, who found it particularly strange. I'm dreaming about a voice describing me, thinking about how it's describing my thoughts, he thought. And while he thought it all very odd and wondered if this voice spoke to all
What if
people there,
things are changing?
the truth was that, of course, this was not a dream. How could it be? Was Stanley simply deceiving himself, believing that if he's asleep, he doesn't have to take responsibility for himself? Stanley is as awake right now as he's ever been in his life. Now, hearing the voice speak these words was quite a shock to Stanley. After all, he knew for certain, beyond a doubt, that this was in fact a dream. Did the voice not see him float and make the magical stars just a moment ago? How else would the voice explain all that? This voice
What?
was a part of himself too. Surely, if
What's
he could just...
happening?
He would prove it. He would prove that he was in control, that this was a dream. So he closed his eyes gently, and he invited himself to wake up. He felt the cool weight of the blanket on his skin, the press of the mattress on his back, the fresh air of the world outside this one.
Oh wait, what?
Let me wake up, he thought to himself. I'm through with this dream.
What are we back in the
Let
office?
it be over. Let me go back to my job. Let me continue pushing the buttons. Please. It's all I want. I want my
What?
apartment and my wife.
Stanley has a wife?
All I want is my life exactly the way it's always been. My life is normal. I am normal.
I mean,
Everything will be fine.
everything would.
I am okay.
No, you're not. You're stuck in purgatory.
Someone, wake me up. My name is Stanley. I have a boss. I have an office. I am real. Please, just someone tell me I am real. I must be real. I must be. Can anyone hear my voice? Who am I? Who am I? And everything went black.
Oh, great, again.
This is the story of a woman named Mariella. Mariella woke up on a day like any other. She arose, got dressed, gathered her belongings, and walked to her place of work. But on this particular day, her walk was interrupted by the body of a man who had stumbled through town talking and screaming to himself, and then collapsed dead on the sidewalk.
He died.
Although she would soon turn to go call for an ambulance, for just a few brief moments, she considered the strange man. He was obviously crazy. This much she knew. Everyone knows what crazy people look like. And in that moment, she thought to herself how lucky she was to be normal. I am sane. I am in control of my mind.
Okay, no, she is not.
Real and what isn't. It was comforting to think this, and in a certain way, seeing this man made her feel better. But then she remembered the meeting she had scheduled for that day. The very important people whose impressions of her would affect her career, and by extension, the rest of her life. She had no time for this, so it was only a moment that she stood there, staring down at the body. And then she turned and ran.
Okay, that is weird. That is a weird ending.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
New content. Okay. Why not?
Oh, new content? What does that mean, new content?
I mean, I can just like go back and like. Huh? I mean, like, voice.
Hello, and thank you for playing the Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe. As you may know, the Stanley Parable was a video game released in 2013 on home computers. After receiving critical and commercial success, it was expanded upon in 2022 with the Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe, a reimagining of the game for consoles and home computers. The Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe features exciting new content that broadens and expands the world of the Stanley Parable, delighting audiences the world over.
How much new content? I mean, what else has new content?
Step inside and see what thrilling new adventures await in the Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe.
Oh, well, this sounds delightful. I'm very excited to see the thrilling new Ultra Deluxe content.
How big is this building?
Okay, so far it's an elevator.
Like,
Nothing special yet, but I'm
just
sure
quiet.
it's just the beginning of a mesmerizing adventure. Is it broken? What's going on here? Should we be moving somewhere? Oh, there we go. All right, finally, at long last, it's on to the new content. I've never been more ready. Let's do it. I have to say, initial impressions of Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe, mostly tedious. It's as if Oh, okay. Let's see the content. Give me the content, Stanley.
okay. Hold on. Like, was lovely.
All right.
The
Let's see it.
the jump so. Just waste all of them. Just why not? Because what else? 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0.
Is that it? Surely that's not all the new content. There has to be something else.
I mean,
right?
another elevator, great. Why another elevator?
I have to say, initial impressions of this game are not positive. It's just elevators and jumping. Is this what passes for exciting new content? If this is new content, then I could just read you the whole dictionary. There's 20 hours of new content right there. Hell, I could count to 30 trillion. You could put that on the box. The Stanley Parable Ultra Deluxe, now with over 1,000 hours of new content. And if... Oh, wait. There's more. Very good.
Does it always open behind me?
I knew there had to be something else. Let's see it. I'm ready for whatever it is.
Thank you for enjoying the new
That's it?
content.
Oh, you've got to be kidding me. You
What?
Stanley? This is what happens when greedy video game developers with no respect for their fans
I mean,
rush a cheap expansion to market for no reason other than to make an easy dollar. And don't get me started on the level of craftsmanship that's gone into it. In fact, I'm looking right now at the game's achievements, and it's hard to believe one of them actually says, "Test achievement, please ignore." What quality assurance department signed off on this? I'm infuriated and I'm offended, and I intend to find these people on Twitter and hold them personally accountable. It's my fault, Stanley. I built up too much anticipation around the new content, I'm afraid.
Yeah.
I could never have lived up to such expectations.
take a
You're
seat.
still with me. Why don't we just reset the game, and we'll try to get back to what the Stanley Parable is really about. No frills, no gimmicks. Just you and me having a great time together like always. What do you say, friend?
Literally no choice. Just gave me no choice. It's at the end. Indeed. Honestly, I think I would go crazy if I was stuck here. Because I usually used to talk to myself. So I narrate my life. But it might go crazy. I'm now, what the heck? Used to also.
Stanley, come over here. In the vent. I want to show you something.
Oh.
Oh, you don't want to see the cool surprise I made? Well, fine. You're a dork anyway, so who cares?
I mean, I am not a dork.
When Stanley came to a set of two
What?
open doors, he entered the door on his left. Yet there was not a single...
Yeah. Yeah, it just goes back to this normal.
Stanley, come over here. In
Like,
the vent.
it's
I want to show you something.
tempting. Because, like, I thought there would be something different. Apparently not. Yes, the end is never the end. Come on, come on, come on, come on, come on. This is taking a while. That makes sense. Like, oh, finally.
Okay, you remember how cheap and unsatisfying the new Ultra Deluxe content turned out to be? Well, it got me thinking about the past and how much better the Stanley Parable used to be. So
Yeah.
I made something special and tucked it away here where the game's developers won't find it. Just our little secret. Take a look. I call it the Memory Zone.
This reminds me of
Where
the
I'm
stuff.
storing all my favorite memories so I can relive the peak experiences of my life whenever I want. Experiences like the launch of the Stanley Parable on PC. You see, Stanley,
Yes.
doesn't the memory zone remind you of how wonderful Stanley Parable was before it was
that's-
sullied with a cheap re-release? Remember back in October of 2013 when the game originally launched? Back then, video games had integrity. Back then, it all meant
Good times. Oh yeah, it was a Half-Life 2 mod at first. What everyone's saying. Yeah. This is bits of music or soundtrack. Go outside, don't play for 5 years. And she was supposed to get new review game releasing today. Is that an actual like news plug or also just like deals? What is this?
And over here is where I keep reviews of the Stanley Parable. Like this stunning triumph of games journalism, 10 out of 10 from Destructoid.com.
Oh.
Stephanie Sterling writes, and I quote, "Where so many games that aspire to be more than games end up less than any form of art, Stanley Parable strives and then succeeds to be every game ever created." Did you hear that, Stanley? Every game ever created. That's how grand and all-encompassing the original Stanley
Nominee.
Parable was. It was literally every game ever created. It was Skyrim, it was Persona 3, it was all of them, and now it's nothing. It's no games at all. It isn't even the Stanley Parable anymore. It's just a husk now.
What's over that door?
Lifeless husk with an hour of new elevator content.
Yeah. Memories. Stanley. You are playing this, Person of the Year. Oh, development. That looks cool. The original remake. What?
Here's another moving passage, this time from GameSpot.com. The Stanley Parable is both a rich and stimulating commentary on the nature of choice in games, and one that offers some of the most enjoyable, surprising, and rewarding choices
This is an
I've
action.
ever been confronted with in a game. 9 out of 10. Don't you get it, Stanley? The game was
This is
perfect.
an actual
It didn't
thing they
need
gave
anything
you
else.
could
It
buy.
didn't need new content.
You
It
should.
just needed to be left alone, to spend the rest of time collecting dust in the hallowed halls
What's
of the
this?
Dove video
Top
game.
10 memories. Alright. The serious room. The greatest wealth is
These
memory.
were simpler times, Stanley, but I wouldn't give to go back to have it all over again.
Oh, this is open
Wait,
there.
hang on. I don't recall this part of the memory zone before. What's
What?
this? What's down here?
Steam reviews.
God, no. Stanley, it's a collection of reviews from Steam, the online video game distributor.
The best
I
one?
haven't looked at these in years. I can't even imagine what's been collecting down here.
Damn.
Surely these reviews were glowing as well, weren't they?
Oh no.
Honestly, I could not play this game to full completion. The narrator is obnoxious and unfunny, with his humor and dialogue proving to be more irritating than entertaining. Unfunny! I'm not trying to be funny. I'm trying to make a serious work of art. I suppose I could
raining.
write up a handful of
Great.
versions of the
Great.
Stanley Parable, but the game is already such a densely layered world
Red means
with
bad,
profound
green means good.
philosophical insights that I can't even imagine where I'd have the room to stick them.
Wait. Oh, these are like textured.
Okay, let's see what this one says. Well, the idea for the game is good, and for someone who prefers non-linear games, this preachiness gets annoying fast. Preachy? Stanley, I'm not preachy, am I?
What?
You can tell me if I'm preachy, honestly, you can.
I don't know what that means.
This is actually quite shocking.
Is that the same thing as
I
preaching?
always, well, to be honest, I had always thought of the game's dialogue as being rather terse. otherwise unimpeachable track record, I feel like a failure. Like I let these people down. Perhaps the Stanley parable isn't quite as sterling as I always remembered. What's this one got to say? You constantly have to stop doing anything so the narrator can finish up these long-winded explanations of what's happened. I wish there was a skip button.
A skip
Skip button. Well, yes. Yes, I think we can do that. If I'm truly too preachy, then maybe letting you skip ahead for just a moment surely it couldn't hurt. Not if it means we can strike these negative reviews from the record. Only positive reviews of the Stanley parable.
Oh no. Oh.
Always been my motto. I'd do anything for the customer, Stanley. Yes, a skip button we shall have. And here it is. Go ahead and give it a shot. I'll pop you forward in time so that the second my incessant droning... Oh, you're back, you see. You were only frozen in time for a few minutes, but it was plenty of time for me to deliver a long, rambling monologue full of unnecessary verbal flourishes and lengthy rumination.
No, I'm good.
Well, there's sport. You really did catch me rambling on a bit, didn't you? But that's the power of the button. The minute I start to go off on a thoughtless display of self-absorption, it's right at your fingertips to go poof.
Has anyone
Okay, welcome back, Stanley. Now, I should say that the amount of time the button has been skipping through is becoming longer and longer. That last one was, well, I want to say maybe 30, 45 minutes.
Don't care.
Stanley, please don't push the button again.
12 hours?
You've just been frozen there. I don't know why the skips are getting longer, but they're really true. Oh, Stanley, look back. Look back. Oh, my goodness. I have someone to talk to again. Stanley, I think it's been a week. Or 2 weeks.
I know I'm good.
Oh, hello. It's you. You're here again. Welcome. I have had time to think about you and about us and about everything we've been.
No. Has anyone actually listened to like what he's rambling on about, or does he just keep on talking until you actually skip? Where is the narrator actually?
But they didn't understand the game was never meant
Goes
to be
back.
funny. It was meant to have a point. It was meant to speak to the human condition. But where are the jokes? Where are the jokes? They bemoaned, they screamed, they gnashed their teeth.
That's gone. Oh, the clock fell. The plant died. Oh, great. The end is never the end. Yeah, I'm good. Oh, was tripping down. There's no door left. Oh, okay then. Okay. That just collapsed. Oh, daylight. I think the narrator just left. Wait, what year will it be? Oh, we go. Oh, it's eco. I love eco. Should we go eco? Echo or eco? Oh, just turn to sand. Nope. Nope. No. Okay, we're Wow. Just full of sad. This is insane. Oh. Okay then. Right, that is. Oh. That was good ending. Where did the narrator go? Anyway, I'm gonna end the episode here. Thank you all so much for watching. Hope you enjoyed the video. God bless you all, and I'll see you in the next episode. Bye bye.